regale you with a 9.5-minute long poem written by one Brian Aloysius Kriego. And of course, I would have to bust his chops. Why? I'm not even going to sing, but it is beginning to look a lot like Wrestling Christmas everywhere you go. And
sweat is falling from big men. Everybody's got broken legs.
Hey, you know what? It works. Welcome to Wrestling with Egos, the kind of sort of official, unofficial pre-WrestleMania show that we're really not going to talk much about WrestleMania edition. Yeah, that's
fair.
Rolls
off the tongue.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great title.
My name's Patrick. I am joined on this show each and every week by the other three of the Fearsome Foursome. My best friend Brian, the big man Isaac, and of course the funniest cat in the room, KD.
Yeah,
gentlemen, how we doing?
It's WrestleMania season.
Yeah. Excited, baby.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
So in case
he's not even on the card, and he's getting call-outs.
He was over in that city, man. I watched SmackDown in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. He was over like a rover.
Who won?
Do you want to know?
Yes, I want to know.
Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah. Obviously, Bobby Lashley.
I got a shocker there. Wow.
As he should have.
Predictable as hell, and that's gotta be possibly a prevalent theme here as we talk about WrestleMania. So talk a little bit about WrestleMania, and then we're going to begin a brand new tradition here on Wrestling with Egos that we will do every show right before WrestleMania. We're going to watch along with an absolute dumpster fire of a match. And, all right, without saying the match, which one of you sick, demented bastards suggested this? There you go. The smartest guy in the room is also the biggest sadist of them all.
We gotta broaden our horizons, gang. It can't all be Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson and Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada. You have to take the sour with the sweet. You have to take the bitter with the delicious, and all these other adages I could throw around.
And the turd sandwich with whatever the hell this is.
Extra cheese. I mean, it's a Royale with cheese at this point.
Royale with cheese.
More like a double Royale with cheese. Come on now.
We just call them burgers here.
Yeah,
I mean, we learn when we watch wrestling, we learn what to do, and we also
what not to do.
Learn what not to do, and that's what this exercise is all about.
Because we are going to be watching from TNA Bound for Glory 2007.
I mean, get excited. Come on.
It is the Reverse Battle Royal.
On paper, it looked like a great idea.
Yeah,
Does
and
it?
the bell rang.
This is the time, boys and girls, that we realize that certain things look great on paper, and then they look like horrible shit.
To be honest, I don't think this would even look good on paper if it was written in calligraphy. Even then.
No.
Maybe if it was written in Sanskrit, maybe. But yeah.
No, not even that. So you guys can easily search this on YouTube. Once you get because you will find the entire pay-per-view TNA Bound for Glory 2007. When you get that pulled up, go to timestamp 24 minutes and 46 seconds. We'll reference that a little bit later because when we actually start. But whole pay-per-view 24:46, and that's where the shenaniganery will begin this week. But before we get into that, let's get into the rest of the show. First and foremost, thank you guys so much for watching on the YouTubes and listening on any of our podcast platforms, whether it be Anchor, Google, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, iHeartRadio. We appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, leave a 5-star review. Hit us up on the old Twitters at WrestlingXT. Egos, Facebook.com/Wrestling with Egos. And away we go. So I have one question to start everything off with. In one word, sum up the build to WrestleMania. I will go first. Brian, don't write it down on a card. Just use your big boy words.
No, I'm going to write it down on the card and use the word. I'm going to say it.
Well, keep in mind, this also is a podcast, not just a YouTube show.
Got it.
My word is predictable. I look at this card and go, he's winning, she's winning, he's winning, they're winning.
Not for.
And
No.
I have a feeling that if you could bet on wrestling in Vegas, I could run a parlay that would make me millions of dollars. But I look at this card and I go, yeah, that's predictable as shit.
I mean, you go into cards like this and you look for a swerve opportunity. There aren't that many here.
No.
There aren't that many that would make people justifiably upset or wow, like pleasantly surprised.
Right.
Any swerve you could think of would be nonsensical.
I mean, there's a few where you don't know who's going to win, but at the same time, for those matches, it doesn't really matter either who's going to win, you know. The ones that really matter, then, yeah, it's quite obvious.
Yeah, I mean, unless they do some massive swerve, let's be real. Cody is going to beat Roman.
Probably.
Sammy and KO are going to beat the Usos.
You're kidding.
Rhea is going to freaking waterboard Charlotte.
Wow.
Wait, hold on. Let me clutch my pearls. Oh my God.
Clutch.
Edge is going to beat Finn. Ray is going to beat Dominic.
I don't think Edge beating Finn is so much of a surety. I can imagine Edge wanting to put over Finn.
Yeah, I could see that, but I think what they're gonna do is I think they're wanting to put a bow on this Edge versus Judgment Day storyline and move on to something else.
Really,
and in order to do that, Edge has to win.
Hold on. Has anyone else heard the rumors with that regarding that match?
No.
Is that the one? Oh, don't know.
Christian has been cleared to go to WrestleMania. So him, Gangrel, and Edge will free before Brood and come out.
Yes, I did hear that the Brood was being talked about.
That is a rumor that I heard a couple days ago.
Definitely Gangrel, yeah.
How true that is, I do not know. We will find out tomorrow. But I'm gonna put it out into the universe.
I thought that match was Sunday.
Yeah, match is Sunday.
I apologize if it's Saturday or Sunday, but I'm putting it out to the universe now. If that happens, remember I said that.
Oh yeah. I will give you. We will give you massive full blown credit next week if that does happen. And if that does happen, y'all gonna be able to hear me screaming all the way from freaking Akron. I'm gonna lose my damn shit.
I'm also gonna blame you if it doesn't happen now, though.
Go ahead, blame me for everything. Everyone else does. We're good.
Okay. I got a long way to travel.
So that's my word. KD, what word would you use to describe the build to WrestleMania?
You know what? Interesting. Because to me, I don't disagree that it was quite predictable, but I don't think that's always bad. Like it's kind of good when the fans think, you know, like when you feel like you know what's going to happen, it makes you feel smart.
That is, yeah.
And I don't think all of them are that predictable. Like some of the match, like you look at Omos and Lesnar, and it's God knows who's going to win that, going by, you know, the build that's been going on. Same with Damage Control and the old people and Becky. But to gotta be honest, the old people look amazing though.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh,
But all right, so and I agree with you. Interesting is definitely, and I don't mean it sarcastically, there have been some very, very good storyline builds to multiple matches, and they have nothing to do with people that are Samoan.
I mean that you
Um,
can't forget that though either. That's just
oh
been
no,
an
you
amazing
can't.
build.
But I'm saying if you ignore the two matches that feature Samoans, this has still been a very well built WrestleMania.
Mhm.
There's some great stories into this. Isaac, one word.
come back to me. I'm still thinking.
Brian, one word.
See, I disagree with you on the build. I think the build's been top heavy because
That's a hell of a top. That's a big ass
right.
top,
I
dude.
That
mean,
is a
there's
big
been so
top.
much focus on, and rightly so, on Cody and Roman, and then Sammy and KO versus the Usos. That I feel like, these other feuds like Asuka and Bianca, for example, that's left a lot to be desired for me. Omos and Brock has left a lot to be desired for me because it was cobbled
Charlotte
together.
and
I
Rhea.
know that plans change, and I know that Bray not being around supposedly put a monkey wrench in a lot of these plans because the initial plan was, I know Ray was pitched to work with Brock and Brock turned it down and that kind of stuff. So fine, we have to go to plan B, plan C, whatever. But your overall build suffers a little bit. I don't know that the initial plan was for Becky Lynch to be working with two legends against Damage Control necessarily. But now I hear rumor about the reason that's going to happen is because Trish wants to stay around a little bit longer.
Yeah.
And turn heel and work a program with Becky.
Uh-huh.
Which would make sense because
Lita caught in the middle kind of thing.
I'll say one thing for that as well. That makes sense to me because the one thing that hasn't made sense in the build for that, especially, is why was it not Trish and Lita that were the tag team champions? That just would have made a lot more sense to me. But now,
Agreed.
After Mania, she turns heel, and then obviously Lita and Becky can still do the tag title stuff as well at the same time.
Right, but Trish will also end up costing them the tag titles, which just furthers that feud.
Yeah.
I agree. Brian, I see your point on top heavy,
Mhm.
but I also look at it this: if you're going to call that top heavy, that is one big ass top, because I do not look at just those two, the Saturday night and the Sunday night main events, as being the tippy top of, like, the top of the card. It's the tippy top, but it's not the top, because you cannot tell me that Edge and Balor, knowing exactly what they're going to do as far as their entrances, you cannot tell me that's not main event. That's a main event.
Yeah.
You cannot tell me that Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley is not main event caliber. That's a main event. I mean,
Should be. Doesn't feel like it.
This is a WrestleMania that has legit a quadruple, if not quintuple, main event. And you still got Austin Theory and John Cena opening Saturday night.
Just going to my mind then. Yeah, that's a great opener though.
Jesus God, yeah. Brian, you're muted.
Sorry, I was coughing before. I feel like this is a natural point with you bringing what you just brought up for me to ask the question that I wanted to ask in the pre-show meeting, and you said save it.
Okay, don't say it. No, save it no longer.
I've been watching various, other, podcasts through the week in preparation for Mania. And
those all suck, by the way.
Maybe I'm wrong.
To ask. Yeah, totally.
But am I the only person who's looking forward to Edge and Finn in Hell in a Cell? It seems to me just like the general, like almost across the board, people are like, oh, they're in the cell.
It's because we have seen a hell of a lot of Edge versus Judgment Day, and Edge has just won every time as well.
I'm starting to feel like I'm on an island by myself.
I think Isaac is really into the bloodline story right now. Look,
Yeah,
getting them one up there.
Either that or he's further. I'm about to say he's possibly further. Isaac, go, because my brain is starting to melt.
Go on,
Okay.
Isaac Uso.
In the immortal non-verbal words of Deadpool. What? Are you kidding me? No, we are looking forward to this match. I don't.
Thank you.
Everyone else on other podcasts. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You have lost your damn mind. This is gonna be what match we're gonna be talking about on Monday night before Raw. Besides the tag belts and the world title belt, this is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about this match for at least 5 to 10 years. Talking about, oh my God, I can't believe they did that. This is the match we're going to sit here and say, oh my God, this is the new standard. That's what we're going to talk about. You are so wrong on this one. So wrong. Patrick, you got something to say. Hit it.
I'm going to piggyback right off of you. Brian, you are, without question, the single smartest human being I personally know. That is the single dumbest thing I have ever heard you say.
I'm not saying it. I'm asking a legitimate question because it's the 50 million Elvis fans can't be wrong syndrome. If I keep watching show after show after show after show, and I'm not just talking about one show, I'm talking about multiple outlets from all around the world.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
downplaying this match because the feud's been going on forever, and it's been so one-sided, and there's been a total lack of advancement and stuff like that. Their words, not mine.
I agree.
That I mean,
you what?
I agree with.
I'm hearing.
There's no build and stuff. Like the build's been kind of, especially when you differentiate it from everything that's already happened between Edge and Judgment Day. It could have zero build though, and I would always look forward to Edge in a cell. And especially with they're bringing back the Silver Cell as well. That's even better.
Patrick, finish swallowing your apple. Let me get this one more thought out there. Say what you want about the build, but the last 2 weeks of promos, all Edge needed was about a minute and a half with candles suspended around him. And all Finn needed was about a minute and a half last week where his face was flickering back and forth between his regular face and the paint.
Yeah,
and that's all you needed to get me hooked. There are certain people who don't need weeks and weeks of, 3-minute promos and stuff like that to get your butt in the seat to watch the match. There are some people who are just that good. And I guess I'm just trying to figure out, why is the national media poo-pooing it? That's all I'm asking. I'm not saying they're right. I'm not saying I agree with them, but I'm wondering.
Yeah. I slightly do. And I think it would be better
Patrick,
as well.
Go. Before you pop your gasket.
Yeah, go on.
Rant mode on. Anybody that poo-poos this match and thinks that this entire angle has been one-sided is a fucking moron. And here's why.
I don't know. I agree with that.
It has not been one-sided. Because for the entire beginning of this entire feud, Edge has been getting his ass kicked. And then Edge and Beth got their asses kicked. And now guess what's happening? It's called payback. This is Wyatt Earp kicking the shit out of the Cowboys at the end of Tombstone, not the beginning. This, ladies and gentlemen, is basic storytelling 101. I'm sorry that everybody else in wrestling podcast and YouTube land doesn't have the good sense God gave a dead horse to be able to see that this match doesn't need any freaking build to get everybody's attention. Because I promise you this, when Edge makes his entrance, brood or no brood, one, it's going to be, as my dear colleague Isaac Smith IV says, gonna be gangster.
Can I just tell you why it was one-sided as well?
Hang on. Hang on.
I got the
I
Dave,
rebuttal.
when he says rant mode on, that's code for let him finish.
Let him go.
Yeah.
Let him go.
After when you hear rant mode
I will
off,
explain
you
why
go.
you're wrong after.
We're gonna have a sequel of rant mode on after KD's done, boys and girls. You don't need a build for this. Edge makes his entrance. It'll be gangster. Finn will make his entrance. You got to think about this. We're going to be getting Finn making a demon entrance as Judgment Day Demon. This may not even be the red and black demon. There may be purple to this, and it might be freaking sick. But to say that this match is looked past is the single most short-sighted idea in wrestling history. And if you think that, I got 2 words for you. You're stupid. Rant mode off.
Okay. I'll tell you exactly why it's been one-sided, though. As much as, like I said, you don't need the build. You don't need it, but you can't deny it's been one-sided, because how many matches have they had, like, including the tag match, like Balor versus Edge? Like 3 at this point, I think.
Yeah.
At least. And how many has Balor won?
His fair share.
No, he hasn't won
right,
one.
though, because at the
He
beginning,
hasn't
this
won one.
was very Judgment Day heavy because of the numbers game, and then he had to bring Beth in and stuff like that because the faction turned on him, so he needed to go look for somebody.
Yeah,
That's the thing is, wrestling fans, we have short memories, and we, if it's not like, oh my God, it's the bloodline, we don't want to go back and revisit everything. But Patrick's right. If we go back to the fall when this kicked off in earnest, I think it was around September or October. That's what has to happen here.
I think it was before that, because they had a match at SummerSlam, didn't they, as well?
Doesn't matter when it started. This is bottom line of it is the Judgment Day had to beat the crap out of Edge to keep the storyline going for themselves, to keep the momentum going for them, and to have Rhea be where she is at this point, because it was all built into one. If one of them went back, it set the entire group back. We can all sit here and say that because Rhea's where she is, the Judgment Day is where they're at. Ray's son, Dominic, is where he's at. And that helped the entire storyline of the Judgment Day.
Judgment Day got their heat and got it well by beating the brakes off of Edge and Beth, especially after the tag match and especially during the I Quit match. That's where Edge and Beth hit rock bottom. And what happens when the good guy hits rock bottom? They come back 6 guns a-blazing, and they pretty much wipe everybody out. Roll credits right off into the sunset. I've watched way too many damn westerns. I know how this story goes.
See, the problem, it's 3 matches they've had, isn't it, then? I think, because they had the I Quit. Well, the match, between Edge and Balor, I mean.
Okay, but this also extends beyond just their matches.
So I don't know, though, because remember, though, like in wrestling, we were also told that the match itself is what should end the rivalries and that, And we've had this like 3 times already. This will be like the 4th time, I think. I get it, but I don't think it matters. Like, it's going to be great. And it's been good. It's been good enough, I'll say. I'm not that into Goth Edge. That's my other issue.
I know personally, when they start lowering the cell, I'm going to be giddy.
Yeah.
Because, to quote a line from Shinedown, it's about to get heavy. It's about to be on.
And I came out of nowhere, that announcement, too, that it was going to be in a cell.
I might have fangirled a little bit. I was excited. Yeah, Brian, you look perturbed.
No, I'm just I found a website that kind of shows the history of the rivalry.
Hmm.
It says it's been going for almost a full year.
Nothing wrong with
It
that,
goes
though.
back to the creation of the faction by Edge.
Mm.
They recruited Balor, and Balor orchestrated a hostile takeover, basically.
Yeah.
And then they I mean, I'll give them credit, and I forget about that. I forget about how many different feuds are weaved into this, because you got Ray and Dominic weaved into it too,
Yep.
and you've got Rhea and Charlotte pulled into it, and all this other kind of stuff. So I mean, I think it's an important match for a lot of reasons. It's the linchpin for a lot of these other offshoot matches.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you have to think about this, and I find this beautiful in the fact that a vast majority of this WrestleMania is built off the backs of two different factions.
They really have nothing to do with each other.
No.
Mm.
And they're both heel factions, the Bloodline and Judgment Day. And that, to me, is a credit to the writing and the booking that's happening right now. I mean, you're building an entire WrestleMania. It's one thing to do this with Extreme Rules or something like that. Okay.
But 60% of this Mania card.
Fuck it up.
And there, hey, year 4, and that is our new green screen incident.
There we go.
There we go.
It's time to get out the selfie stick, Katie, and just hold it there. I'm afraid.
I think that would have been more secure if I'd used a selfie stick. I'm just balancing it on my telly at the moment.
Oh, good Lord.
It's overhanging like a little bit of chubba.
Well, I didn't mean to anger the beast, Patrick. I just wanted to know, like, geez, is this really the case? Am I reading the tea leaves wrong, or is everybody just that patently ridiculous out there in media land?
Well, I'm gonna say it, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you come to us instead of everybody else.
What kind of culture are you guys into? We talk about wrestling here. We ain't no cult, you alcoholics.
Yeah. You know what? There is only one British man in all of wrestling YouTube that you should pay attention to. And it's not those ding dongs from What Culture. It's not the what's the one you like, Brian?
Well, it's What Culture primarily.
What's the other one?
Cultaholic?
No, Wrestle something.
Oh, it's Wrestle Talk. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. It's not Wrestle Talk. It's not Wrestle Talk. It's not What Culture. It's KD freaking Hinken on Wrestling with Egos.
Ironically, it's the name that sounds the most foreign of them all.
So what?
I will be honest. I am a fan of Adam Blumpyhead.
Oh, he's brilliant.
He's great.
He's brilliant. Anyway, moving right along, I have one more question for you before we get into said dumpster fire, unless somebody else has other questions.
No.
Go.
What's the match that steals it? Let's be honest. There's a match that steals every WrestleMania. But what's the match that steals the show this year?
Do we do each night or?
No, one, just like the One Ring, one match to rule them all.
Got a women wrestling ring, then, geez. I mean, I'm not even joking. The one I am really excited for is Brock Lesnar and Omos still. I am so intrigued by that. But yeah. I'm so intrigued by that match. But I'm not gonna say that one as a serious answer. Let me think.
Can I go?
Stealing the show.
Yeah, you can go.
Bianca and Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think about it. Asuka is. I don't need to say what Asuka is. We all know what Asuka is. And you got probably the most athletic person in Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
And that match right there is something we really have not really dove headfirst into, because we're looking at Cody versus Roman and the tag belts and everybody else, but we forget about Bianca and Asuka. And remember, this is the third year that Bianca Belair has been the main event and had that title.
Uh-huh.
And that's not something to sneeze at for anybody, whether it be guy or girl. That's something that we need to sit here and be honest. Put some damn respect on her name.
Okay, I got to stop you on that one because I think there's been respect on her name for a long time. Just
Yeah, I'd
because
agree.
she's not closing the show this year does not discredit anything that Bianca Belair has been able to do over the last 3 years. She is absolutely amazing. So to be able to say, to be able to use a lot of those, those phrases that have become so popular in our society today, give them their flowers, put respect on their name. I think you're way late on that because I think that's already been done plenty of times. Well deserved, I might add. But at the same time, yeah, Bianca and Asuka's gonna slap. That's gonna be great.
Probably all expecting me to say Edge and Finn stealing the show. But I'm looking at a match that's going to be a little bit more important because it's about anointing the next thing after Roman or Cody, whoever wins that match. I think Gunther, Sheamus, McIntyre has a lot riding on it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because they've spent a lot of time positioning Gunther. I still wish he was called Walter, but we're done with that. That ship has sailed, apparently.
Yeah.
Positioning him as...
I still wish Butch was Pete Dunne, but
they're bringing it back apparently. They're bringing his name back apparently.
Please God.
Well, that's good. But Gunther apparently is earmarked as the next, as the superstar in waiting, the one that can, the face of the company in waiting, I think. Given, based on the Iron Man spot at the Rumble and, the high-profile matches he's been involved in over the past 6 to 8 months, and it'll probably be a record-breaking IC title reign here pretty soon. You don't get all that stuff by accident.
No. And this match is definitely the one that has my favorite rules in all of wrestling matches. First gotta die loses. Because they're gonna beat the piss out of each other. KD, do you have one or should I go?
Yeah. No, you know what? I was gonna say the tag match until Brian said that, because I think I kind of agree. I'd forgotten about that. That probably, if Sheamus and Gunter were anything to go by a Clash at the Castle, then add Drew in there, man. Gonna be brutal.
So that is, I had two, and you guys mentioned that one. So I will go with the other one, just based on people that are in this match, and just thinking this could get wild. The men's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team Showcase.
Oh God, I thought you were gonna say that. Jesus.
Oh, what? You've got Strowman and Ricochet. You've got the Street Profits. You've got Alpha Academy and the Raiders.
I think you can take the crown away from Brian for worst take on this show.
How is that the worst take on this show? Please, please let me.
And I never had the crown because that take about Balor and Edge wasn't my take.
Exactly.
No, not that. There was something. Oh no, it was that actually, wasn't it? Yeah, sorry, my bad.
I'm glad I'm listening to the show because apparently nobody else is. I mean,
I am. Katie, please enlighten me as to how that was a bad take.
It's because the match is going to steal the show. I ain't never going to steal the show, man. There's just zero chance of that stealing the show, like at all. There's just no story. No one gives a shit. There's no titles. There's literally no. That's going to be the toilet match.
So
that's going to be the match where people go to for a wee. That
No.
and the Fatal 4-Way Women's. It's just been thrown on just to give some extra people a payday.
No, I will tell you what match will be the wee wee match. It's probably going to be the match. I'm looking at Wikipedia, and if this goes in the order that it's listed, the third match will be the match we all go to wee wee with. Because I got to be honest, I don't give 7 shits about Damage Control versus Trish, Lita, and Becky. I don't give a damn. What I do give a damn about is you've got a fatal 4-way match. In one corner is take your pick with either one of the Raiders because they both do crazy shit. Chad Gable in another corner. Montez Ford in another corner. And Ricochet in another.
Do you know what the problem with that is, though? You haven't watched SmackDown. They literally, those people you just said, literally just had a fatal 4-way match on SmackDown.
Okay.
We need content for television. We got to write television.
No, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, like the day before or whatever. It's like give us a match away when it's going to happen the next day. Do they keep doing that lately?
They're going to keep something in the bag, man. I am looking.
They're going to play a game of Tiddlywinks in the middle of the match, and it'll be fine. You'll see.
That I would be into.
I'm fairly certain that this will be a contender. I don't think it's going to be the match that steals the show. But like I said, I had 2, and you guys already mentioned the other one.
I honestly think there will be like hardly any reaction for that match. I'm interested to see, but I don't think there'll be, depending on where it goes on the card, obviously, though.
I'll make a bet with you, KD.
All right.
Whoever's right about this one, I think there will be a reaction. I think it will be something that people are at least excited about when it's all said and done. And obviously, it sounds like you say there's going to be crickets. One of us is going to be
I don't know if
right.
there'll be necessarily crickets. It depends where on the card it is, though. But they won't care. Like,
one of us is going to be right, the other one's going to be wrong, and whoever's wrong on the next show has to say you were right.
Oh yeah, I fake apologize to people all the time. That's fine. I can do that.
Oh no! You have to earnestly. Anyway, guys, let's watch some shitty wrestling.
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm ready.
Here we go. As we said earlier, it is TNA Bound for Glory. Thanks, Brian.
24-46.
Yeah.
Yep.
2007 Bound for Glory at 24 minutes and 46 seconds. You guys can pause this and get your shit ready, but we're not going to pause. So, because, if you're, whatever you're doing, whether you're listening to us or watching us, there's a pause button handy. So pause the damn show right now.
Lazy. Well done.
All right, now that I gave you guys time to pause, we are ready to roll. And gentlemen, I'm going to give us a 3, 2, 1 play. On play, you hit start. Are we ready?
Gotcha. Yeah.
3, 2, 1 play. And of course, mine's got a buffer. What the fuck?
There we go.
Now I'm watching a damn commercial on fucking YouTube.
Oh God, you got commercials. Yeah, that's the problem.
Here, let me pause it.
Okay, I'm ready.
2501 now.
2501.
Yeah.
2501. Go.
What? That was far too quick. I was not ready then.
All right, I'm at 2505.
Okay, then do 4 seconds after us then. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so we got 16 wrestlers outside the ring. So apparently we're fighting to get in the ring, which doesn't make any sense.
Yes. The first 8 to enter the ring advance to an over-the-top battle royal.
So we're going to get in the ring and then we're going to be thrown out of the ring.
Right. And then the last 2 people will meet in a 1-fall match. What the bloody shit?
Who's seen this already?
No.
I've heard of it. I've never watched it start to finish.
I think I had, but
so guys, time out real quick. While Simon Diamond, no, that's not Simon Diamond. I don't know who the shit that is. While these guys are making their entrance. So my mom is here. My mom has watched wrestling with me for years. So there's going to be 16 people outside the ring. And they're going to try to get in the ring. And the first 8 people that get in the ring are now in an over-the-top battle royal. So they're throwing each other back out of the ring. When there's 2 guys left, those guys try to win by either pinfall or submission.
I think Lance Storm was there as well.
My
You know,
mother's
that one
exact
guy.
words. That's dumb as hell.
I like them.
Oh my God.
Sanjay, do us
What are
all
we
good.
doing?
The Motor City Machine Guns.
Mm.
All right.
King.
I literally had the New Age
God.
Outlaws coming out.
Me too.
Yeah, that too.
God,
Nice
look at
pants, Billy Gunn.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'm a couple seconds ahead of you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine.
I think you're a couple behind, aren't you?
Me?
07.
I don't know. I've just had Bobby Roode walk out.
Bobby Roode's walking out right now. And there's Chris Harris.
Glorious.
Rikishi.
Why has he got handcuffs attached to him?
He was a part of America's Most Wanted. It was him and James Storm were a tag team, and they were damn good.
Before Beer Money.
Yes.
Oh, Beer Money, I like that.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe America's Most Wanted was the first TNA tag champs.
They were.
Oh, wow.
I did not know Quiche was in TNA.
I did.
I forgot he was.
Everyone's been in TNA, I think, at some point, unless they're like a full-on WWE through and through,
guys,
take doing that.
Just so you know, and Brian, you've met my mother. My mom is now staring at this like, what in the hell? You have a question, Mom?
I think that's Lance Storm, that tall guy.
Yes. They're just going to get in the ring.
Yes, it makes no sense that they can't just look. They're fighting.
Like,
look,
how do they get
Kazarian then
could
just ran straight in the ring.
Just roll in the ring.
Yeah. I thought they had to go over the top rope.
They have to go over the top rope.
Yeah.
Oh, they have to go in over the top rope. By the way, have you guys noticed the guy with the black and blonde hair? Do you guys know who that is?
Lance Storm?
Yeah, no. Lance Archer.
Fuck, yeah, sorry, Lance, I got the name wrong.
That is Lance Archer. Wow. Ow.
So you have to, sorry, so Rikishi, or in this particular case, Junior Fatu, is in the ring. We got 2 people standing on the top rope.
Why don't they just both jump in the ring?
And one guy Spanish flies the other one off the top rope.
That was Kazarian to Roode.
Yes, Kazarian.
What in the bloody shit are we? So
and now they're just chilling. There you go. The first one to actually just get in the ring like a normal way.
Yeah.
Rikishi got in the normal way.
Well, yeah okay. Eric Young.
Eric Young is getting press slammed.
Into the ring.
Into the ring.
Oh, God. Lance Archer's got no muscle there.
Are both machine guns in?
Now they are.
Yeah, Saban's trying to get in. There you go.
Just got in. So yeah, Saban and Shelley are both in. Guys, speaking of Saban and Shelley, talk about an underrated ass tag team.
Oh God. They were amazing.
Didn't they come back to AEW for like one night? Or am I
They did.
like that?
They're in Impact right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that was rude.
I'm on a commercial.
So here's my problem with this match so far. I don't like the pacing of it. And I'm being dead serious here. This many guys, it should be moving at a little bit faster pace.
Are you guys still at it? Because I got hit with a commercial and I'm at 30:15.
Should we pause it so you can catch up?
34.
Billy Gunn just got knocked off the ring apron.
All right. And he just there he went. Harris just beat Storm just beat Harris in, so sounds like Harris doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Right.
I was never a fan of Harris, you know.
Me neither. I mean, he was not I mean, he was the guy that TNA thought was going to be the guy. And when they broke up AMW, he was just shite.
It was always something missing with him. I don't know what it was. There's been a few people like that.
Oh, yeah. And James Storm is
Oh, here we go.
James Storm is the definition in wrestling of what could have been.
Oh, Jesus. Do you guys just see what happened to James Storm right then?
Oh,
yeah,
boy.
He just got tossed.
I think we're all about the same time, then, aren't we, in that case?
Yeah, I think you guys are. I think you guys are about maybe 3 or 4 seconds ahead, and that's fine. Because let's be honest, this match is a damn.
Yeah.
So Rikishi, I'm still like, we seriously had to fight to get over the top rope into the ring, and now we're gonna chuck everybody out of the ring.
My goodness.
That was great. Never seen someone do that.
I asked you why.
Fair to
And
say,
here's
I'm
the sad
regretting my
thing.
choice of match to watch, guys.
You guys are okay. We're looking at a very young Eric Young, knowing full well what this dude is now in Impact as just, the leader of Violent by Design. And, he was the leader of Sanity. And like,
And
oh, wow. I forgot you forgot he used to be a comic relief character.
And that, well, you missed out the Wish.com Daniel Bryan as well.
Oh, yeah.
So everybody's job right now is to put over Rikishi.
Yeah, basically. You have to do that for the young up and comers.
So he's going to hit the big splash on all 4 of them. They're all going to fall down, and he's going to stink face all 4 of them.
Oh, God.
No, not all 4.
Oh, just EY and Lance Hoyt, I think is what he was called here.
Oh, wow.
That sounds familiar. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Oh, man.
He enjoys it far too much, though.
Man, that is... So, okay, so
I think I'd rather take a chop from Gunther.
I was about to ask that. I'm like, we've asked the question, name your price to take 1 chop from Gunther. Name your price to take the stink face.
I'd rather take the stink face from Kelly, I think it was, that used to do it.
Well,
Amen.
that's not an option right now, sir.
No, it's Rikishi or it's Gunther.
Gunther.
If you like anyone, and I'm sorry to say this, if you rather take a stink frame from Rikishi than Kelly, I'm just gonna sit here and start wondering about you. That's one. Number 2.
Even gay dudes should be more into Kelly than Rikishi.
Oh, and he's gone.
Yes, hold on. I'm on a commercial, my bad. But yeah, that's all I'm saying when it comes to that.
Oh, jeez, I can't
believe how much would it take for Rikishi?
1
million. Sorry.
I would still. I would honestly rather take a stink face from Rikishi though than take a chop from Gunther. I think my chest would break in one.
No,
I think death would follow.
The price for me taking a chop from Gunther is 10 mil. The price for me taking a stink face from Rikishi is $1 billion with a B, not an M.
So you said this is the machine guns in the ring, right? This is the tag team?
Okay. Yeah.
Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
What the hell was that?
My God, these guys were good.
How did you guys feel about the 6-sided ring?
Loved it.
It's a lot to wrap my head around.
I didn't hate it. To be honest, I didn't hate it. It was unique.
It was something different.
What in the shit biscuits is this?
Oh, wow. That was cool.
Indian death walk on one dude, tied into a crossface with another, tied into an abdominal stretch with another. My
They
God.
all cancel out because nobody tapped.
I love the way that they were innovative about a lot of shit.
Oh, my God,
Yeah.
the machine guns were, again, I said it earlier during this watch along. The Motor City Machine Guns are one of the most disgustingly underrated tag teams in history.
Oof.
What's everybody's opinion on Lance Archer? I'm talking about in ring because I know he's a good follow on Twitter. He's had a lot of nice things to say on Twitter and thought provoking things. I would think he'd be over like Rover, but he's never really connected in AEW.
Yeah.
No, well, it's hard to connect in AEW when you're on so sporadically.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest, guys. Like in the last 4 months, I know I've been in and out of this show for various reasons. I've been more constant being on this show than Lance Archer has been.
Ow, geez, that hurt.
Oh, it's painful. You know what, man? In all fairness, the X division in general doesn't get the respect it should do. About like it originated the AEW style now, really.
Were you guys cringe? Was that bump that Kazarian took?
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, I'm behind you guys.
That took my breath away.
Yeah, that hurt my ass.
That just hurt my back.
Yeah, my
Oh God!
that bump broke my
Lane.
tailbone.
Flying Archer. If you press forward on your computer, it might skip 5 seconds ahead. I think so. You might catch right up with
So we're
us.
down to
Bobby
Eric
Roode,
Young. We're
EY,
down to
and Alex Shelley.
Okay.
So when it gets down to 2, it goes to a normal match then.
Yes.
Okay. I'm okay with that part of it.
I'll be honest. Seeing Bobby Roode with long hair is weird.
Not for me. I'm used to Bobby Roode long hair.
Yeah, me too. Because I did watch TNA. Not right now. I was really watching it when
Oh, here we go. Match starting.
Sorry. Bobby Roode made his first TNA World Title run. That's when I was watching him because man, was he good.
I was watching that right before then too. He was, him and Beer Money, him just being on himself. He really came into his own once he got that world title.
Bobby Roode is yet another
underrated.
wrestler. Huh?
Underrated dude.
No, I was going to say another wrestler that came from somewhere else that Vince McMahon castrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he is one of the most egregious in terms of like just full-blown castration. The other would
Patrick,
be
you
Nakamura.
remember how excited I was when he came out at that house show that we went to.
Oh yeah.
His music hit, and I'm like, it's Bobby Roode.
I mean, he was about, Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura are the two most castrated wrestlers that WWE ever brought in from somewhere else.
Shinsuke for sure as well, yeah.
I mean, my God, because Nakamura coming from Japan, he was already a god. Not a great wrestler. He was a god. And just became an absolute asshat.
Jesus Christ. That was a bit of a quick count, wasn't it?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. What was Short Ref doing?
Let me go back and look at that again, actually.
Whoa!
Oh, God, I need a fish.
Eric Young wins.
It makes about as much sense as the match did in the first place, I guess. Yeah, that's a shame. Like the Battle Royal in the match was fine. I'm okay with that. It's just that beginning, which just made no sense.
This is the dumbest thing. This is one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
I mean, the fact that it never caught on is all you need to know.
And here's, Brian, I'll do you one better. This isn't the worst thing the TNA came up with.
No.
What
That
else did they
match.
come up with?
The King of the Mountain match.
Oh God.
Which one was that
That's
again?
true.
That's the
No,
one
don't
where
say
you
it.
that's the one where you have to eventually hang the title
Oh.
on the hook to win.
Yeah. Okay.
KD, I agree with you. That was a bit of a fast count.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just went back and advanced it back a couple frames, and I watched it again, and I'm like, that was not the same measured count you were doing for the other ones.
Well, see, that was the thing, and I remember that referee because that's Mark Johnson, or they call him Mark Slick Johnson. He was a referee toward the end of WCW.
Okay.
And he was notorious for doing that. I mean, and it wasn't like a part of the storyline. You could always tell when the finish was because he would become more and more and more animated, and then the finish count would always be that fast.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, he was a freaking cartoon character. Just one of the many things that was wrong about TNA.
There is a long list. To be fair,
there's
it doesn't
a
get
very
the
long-
it
there
doesn't
is
get the
a-
respect it should though.
There is a longer list of things wrong with TNA than Jericho's list of 1,004 holds.
Number 1.
Armbar.
Armbar. Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong. There was some stuff that TNA did that was absolutely outstanding. They had some great matches. They had some great athletes. But they also did some absolute dog shit stupid stuff.
Okay, question.
Yep.
Was as I'm sitting here and the tape is still going, I'm seeing our buddy K Quick. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
He's
What's
sitting
the
tag with, it looks like
that is Adam Pac-Man Jones.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, Pac-Man. I thought it was somebody else.
That is Adam Pac-Man Jones. This is while Pac-Man is suspended from the NFL for all that for those gun-related charges.
Oh yeah.
So go and wrestle, yeah.
Look at Pac-Man and tell me he doesn't look like what's his face that's about to face Braun Breaker.
Oh, Hayes.
Yeah, he does look a little bit like Carmelo Hayes.
It's like Carmelo Hayes a little there. I'm just saying. I thought that was him. I was like, what? Are you kidding?
I think that Ron Killings looks a little bit like R-Truth myself.
That's a good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't see it.
No.
Not at all.
You gotta squint your eyes a little bit.
Keep looking, Isaac. Keep looking.
Yeah.
Here's the sad thing.
Should I squint?
Mm-hmm.
That dude.
Cover one eye. Have a look.
I don't see.
Here's the sad thing. That dude ain't changed. That's 2007. He looks the exact same as he does now.
Trust.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
No, I'm talking about the fact that the son of a bitch hasn't aged.
Yeah, man, it's true.
Yeah. I'd say something about my Lego.
Like,
I wonder what you're gonna say.
I don't want to know.
I can guess, but I'm not allowed to say it.
I think to wrap it up for this evening, we should all go around the table and talk about one surprise you think is going to happen on the Raw after WrestleMania.
That's a good ending, that is.
May I go first?
I'll save mine for near the end because, yeah, Patrick, go ahead. Kick it off.
Cody Rhodes' first challenger as the undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. I won't say a word and I won't say his name. I'll just do this. I think
I don't think that's going to transition onto the podcast well.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I forgot. I'm on podcast and YouTube. Thank you, KD. I think we're going to be reminded that it's still his era we are going to get the WWE debut of Switchblade Jay White.
That's got
That's
me
better.
salivating. Because we know what a tremendous talent he is.
I think it would
Oh my
definitely pop up.
God. And think about this. Talk about long-term booking here. If we have Jay White under WWE contract, we have 4 different leaders of Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
There is something that can happen there.
And that's, you have my attention bringing that up, because
very much so.
Cody, AJ, Finn, and Jay in the same company.
And don't forget, even though they're hanging back here and catering a whole shitload right now,
The Good Brothers.
the Good Brothers.
We got another faction as well that popped up on SmackDown. Just so you know, we now officially have the LWO back.
I saw that.
Rey Mysterio with
Legado del Fantasma. I saw that earlier.
Nice.
Yeah, t-shirts and everything, man.
We're going
Nice.
Yeah.
As they say, we're going old school.
Hell yes. Don't get me wrong, dude. I love Legado. I think Santos Escobar is absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, it's cool.
So, all right,
Like-
continue. Surprises. Who else? Who's got what?
So just to clarify though, are you saying that he's going to come out after the match, for example, and like do a little stare down?
No, I think it'll be a stare down at the. I think it'll be a stare down as a surprise on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, okay.
No, he will not make an appearance at WrestleMania. It will be the Raw after Mania when Jay White debuts.
Yeah. Wrestling Boxing Day.
Yeah. That's not good.
I mean, since you stole mine, Patrick, I'll give you another one. I mean, it'll be nice if this happened, because I miss him a little bit. Bro.
Oh yeah.
I'll do you one better. I'd rather have Randy Orton.
Hey, Randy.
I can't stand Riddle. I'm never
I know.
liked him.
He's great.
Annoying as shit.
You
Doing
want to
his
hit my
job,
bong?
like you like to say. He's doing his job then.
Exactly. I mean, he's great in the ring. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like, holy shit, that's Xavier Woods.
But
Oh,
I
and
don't
TNA,
think that
was he
when I see Riddle.
Consequences Creed or whatever?
Yes, he was Consequences Creed.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Didn't he have the American flag on?
Yes, he has.
Yes.
Yeah. The shorts and the cape and a big gigantic Dr. Seuss hat that's all stars and stripes.
Oh God.
Early boots or no?
Yes.
I can't tell, but his name right here is Rashid Lucius Creed.
Oh man.
Oh, shit, okay, I do not remember that.
Oh man.
I remember it.
No, I remember Austin Creed.
Stomp him with my curly boot.
There was to let you know as well, I learned something the other day. There's a program on Netflix called The Floor is Lava.
Yes.
Where it's quite cool. It's like one of those climbing ones, like over the obstacles, and if you fall into
my daughter loves it.
well, one of the episodes features the best friends, and Orange Cassidy and Chrissy Statlander, all 4 of them.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, apparently.
Nice.
My gothic amigo was telling me the other day.
That's pretty awesome.
All right.
Surprises though. I mean, I do think Gangrel's going to pop up and do the whole Brood thing. I definitely think that's going to happen.
I think that's going to be like a one-off, though.
Yeah.
Still be cool as shit, but yeah. Isaac, while KD's thinking, you got anything?
Okay.
Oh boy.
I got 2 that are definitely on my mind. One, I just keep thinking, the one thing that everyone keeps talking about, the Randy Orton's going to come back before the Monday night after Raw and come back as a heel. Quote me on that one. Now, the second one, we haven't heard from this guy in a while, but we keep seeing him. Big E. Monday Night Raw.
Oh my
That
God.
would be nice.
Stop. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if it's Big E, I'm gonna cry.
He should do. Even if he's not ring ready.
I'm telling you right now. Quote me now. I'm throwing out. I'm not just throwing out little things tonight. I'm dropping bombs, people.
If
Apparently.
Big E makes his return to the ring Monday night, I'm gonna cry. Happy tears, but I'll cry.
I will be ecstatic as anyone else on this planet for Big E because I love Big E. Trust me. And I ain't gonna say his name, but Big E Monday after Raw, and AJ Styles Monday night after Raw. He's gonna be back.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here saying it. Look, the stare down between AJ and Cody.
Oh God!
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit here and say it now. You can start salivating right now. Okay, wait for it. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm dropping bombs, people.
I've got
That's
one more.
what I do.
I've got one more surprise show up on probably Raw as well, but I don't think it's going to live up to what Isaac's already let loose in his arsenal of bombings. I think it's Bron Breaker will pop up as well.
Yeah, he will because he's gonna lose tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow Hayes.
And can I say something about that? I
Go
think
right
that's
ahead,
the wrong.
please.
I think that's the wrong call.
Braun needs to stay down there a little bit longer.
Yeah, give me Carmelo. Here's what I want. I want Omos to beat Lesnar. I want Lashley to go full-blown heel, bring Carmelo Hayes' ass up, and put all three of them some bitches with MVP.
He was talking with the
I
guys.
don't think that would work.
Huh?
I don't think that would work because you look at Bobby Lashley and the way that Bobby Lashley is, it's like he is like the old school Ron Simmons in the Nation of Domination, and then you bring up Carmelo Hayes as like a young Rock. And then you sit there and see that he sits there and starts going at him like The Rock did to Ron Simmons, and him try to take over the Nation and take over
the Hurt Business.
The Hurt Business. And I mean, look at it. That looks exactly the same. Am I wrong here?
I mean, it could go Evolution way.
Hey, Isaac, no, you're not wrong. Why do you think I said it? Because guess what? The last time they tried it, it worked. So what you're doing here is you're having Carmelo Hayes go heel. We've already seen that Bobby Lashley can work very well as a babyface.
Oh, yeah.
And there you go. Lashley, Carmelo Hayes. Boom. Book that.
I just hope Lashley gets to do something decent after Mania, because he's just been screwed over a bit, really.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he's put in the ringer.
B, we got to get out of here.
We do.
So do you have...
It's getting late early.
Do you have another surprise other than the one that I inadvertently stole from you?
I'm trying to think of anything else that, could potentially. I've also heard rumors that maybe, well, no, this can't happen because I think Roxanne Perez has been, quote unquote, sort of cleared a little bit. So she's going to be back at some point to try and, reclaim
She's in that ladder match tomorrow at Stand and Deliver.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think she'd get called up.
Stand and Deliver's on tomorrow?
Yes.
1 o'clock.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Who else? I mean, yeah, I'm wondering about AJ myself personally. I'm wondering like when, this ankle situation or whatever it is, I'm wondering like when he's going to be back. Because if you think about all the people we've named that are potentially coming back from injury, it's kind of like a murderer's row when you consider it's Big E and AJ Styles and Matt Riddle and and Randy Orton. It's a lot of talent.
Oh yeah, there is.
Which you can use to fill that card up, fill that, both shows up really quickly, and you have fresh matchups for some people.
Agreed.
I'm trying to have a quick look as to exactly how long he's supposed to be for AJ. And he's going to be his longest one yet, it says.
Yeah.
It's
20.
We inflate that as well too. We all know that. And then we sit there and say, "Oh my God, they're back early."
Mm.
And they've done that many times before.
The bottom line is it's got the potential to be one of the best Manias we've ever seen. And we haven't said much about it, but we're definitely looking forward to seeing how they tie up all the ends of the bloodline storyline. Usos and Kevin and Sami is going to be awesome. Roman and Cody is going to be awesome. I'm personally looking forward to all of that too.
So real quick, as we're getting out of here and they're cueing the music. So I've had my computer up because I was uploading episode 156. Sorry, I was running a little behind. And one of my buddies who was watching the Hall of Fame while we've been recording this show took a picture of his TV with one Stacy Keibler at the dais doing her speech. She's got to be in her 40s. She's our age, except for KD. Still Hollywood bombshell, man. Good Lord.
All that Clooney money, man. He kept her young.
She didn't have that Clooney money for that long, dude.
No, she didn't have it that long, but that was a lot and it lasted.
But honestly and truly, that right there is just God-given talent, man.
Remember,
I don't know if I say talent, but
Tori Wilson dated Jeter for a while.
No, she dated A-Rod.
Was that A-Rod?
She dated A-Rod.
And she was looking fine as hell then.
She was looking fine as hell when she was inducted to the Hall of Fame a couple years ago.
I'll second that.
I sit here and say they haven't lost a damn step.
Oh, hell no.
Looking fine as ever. Ladies, do your thing.
Got nothing on Awesome Kong, though.
But yeah, no. Looking very forward to seeing the Hall of Fame here in a little bit. That'll be cool because I'm looking forward to seeing Ray's induction. I'm also looking forward to seeing what they do with Muda.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the first guy they've inducted into like the main Hall of Fame class that never wrestled a single match for WWE.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how I feel like it was like a month and a half ago. I was asking you guys if a referee would ever get inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was going to say, I realized that recently that a referee had never gone in. We were talking about it not long ago.
Wait, before Patrick, you just said that he was one person that never wrestled under WWE that got in the Hall of Fame. Not true. Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah the Butcher never wrestled for WWE.
You're right, and he was a part of the main production, not like a legacy a legacy induction. You're right. Abdullah the Butcher and Muda. I thought you were about to go, no, Jushin Thunder Liger, and I was going, nope, wrestled Tyler Breeze at an NXT takeover.
No, I remember that night because Abdullah Butcher met Vince McMahon, and that was the first time he ever met him was at the induction ceremony.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like I do have tidbits of information here and there. I drop a little.
Yeah, you've been
every once in a while.
Incorrect tonight.
And I drop some bombs, people.
All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead and wrap this shizzo over.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's right past Katie's bedtime.
We don't want that to happen.
No.
I get cranky.
So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy WrestleMania. Happy WrestleMania. Much like the other day here in the United States of America, baseball fans around the world, across the country, were saying Happy Opening Day. No.
Yes.
Yep. See,
Nice boobies.
hey, no, real quick. Show of hands. If your baseball team has won a World Series in the last 10 years, raise your hand.
Hate you. Hate you.
Love you.
I mean, I can definitely say my baseball team has never lost.
One cream, one sugar. There you go.
Game 7, 5.5-minute rain delay. God hates you. Anyway, while Isaac is flipping me off and Brian's relishing in that because it was the Cubs that benefited from that 5.5-minute long rain delay.
Go to hell, both of you.
You know what, man? In England, if we had a delay every time there was rain, there would never be a sport played.
Oh, I know, right? See, you guys are hardcore. You guys still play football when it's pouring down rain, and I love it. Anyway,
But proper football and rugby.
We're getting out of here. I ain't stopping. Yeah, you guys can try and cut me off. I'm still cutting this show off. So for Isaac, for Brian, for Katie, I'm Patrick. Guys, enjoy WrestleMania. We will see you guys when the smoke settles and the dust clears, because this is why we love wrestling.
Wabadoo!
Echo.